Good morning, everybody. Today, I got this question on Quora. Did narcissistic abuse make you lazy? How did you overcome this? My immediate response to this question is, do you think a soldier is lazy after being shell-shocked at war? Take a moment to really think about that. Would you call a soldier lazy after coming home from war? What's the answer? Well, the answer is going to be no, because when you are at war, obviously you are being flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. And the same thing applies for when you are with a narcissistic person in a narcissistic relationship. That could be a romantic or platonic. It could be with another family member. It doesn't matter. It's a narcissistic relationship that drains you and completely leaves you unable to do anything else. So if you're like me and you were in a narcissistic relationship for longer than a decade, what's going to happen is you're going to feel that sudden release of cortisol, that you're realizing you're not going to have to wake up and fight for your life every morning. You're not going to have the same stressors. So when you wake up and you start living and you start healing, you're going to start being exhausted. If you're trying to heal from your narcissistic relationship, but the narcissist is still in your life or still has access to your life, like being able to call you, talk to you, show up at your house or whatever, healing is going to be very slow, like really slow, almost non-existent. To truly heal from a narcissist, you're going to have to go no contact. It is already proven with science that people who have NPD and even BPD, it's incurable. You're not going to heal from it. Like with NPD, it's the non-existence of empathy in their brains. The actual gray matter in their brains is underdeveloped and it's not growing. And you're not going to get what you think you're going to get out of your narcissist. They do understand what they've done to you. They are not sorry. And if you give them another chance, they'll do it again. So you have to leave them. You have to figure out how to get this person out of your life safely and protect yourself so they can't harass you or, continue to abuse you or hurt you anymore. From then on, like I said before, if you are about a decade or more into a narcissistic relationship, you're going to have to spend about the same amount of time healing. You cannot heal a decade in a week. You can't even heal a decade in a month. So you're going to have to take that time to face your feelings, feel everything you need to feel. Even sometimes you'll feel like you're going backwards. You'll feel like you're getting stuck in a rut or, you're like, I don't want to feel this anymore. You even get tired of your own feelings. That's where I was at for a long time. I was tired of being sad. But if you're truly ready for change and you're truly tired of being afflicted by your narcissist and you are ready to move on, then let me help you with the first steps. Number 1. They knew exactly how they hurt you. You don't need to waste time to explain, or maybe if they just were to understand your side of it, that maybe they would feel sorry. No, the problem is that they premeditated this abuse to you. That they thought about it, they really thought about it, and then they did it. And the worst part is that if you let them, they'll do it again. Even worse, so that next time, hopefully, you won't see it coming as fast. Number 2, they don't love you. It doesn't matter if it's a parent, if it's a friend, if it's a family member, doesn't matter. If they are a narcissist, they don't love you. And they don't love themselves either. I don't know if that makes it feel any better. And number 3, they can only perceive the world based off what they would do. So if they would harm you for a betrayal, then they assume you would betray them the same way if the same was done to you. So for example, because the narcissist cannot love and doesn't understand what genuine love feels like, they assume everyone around them is also faking. Because they themselves are not successful and maybe haven't been for a long time, they assume, say, their victim or whoever they don't like isn't successful either and will never be. They've already written that out in their heads and they have convinced themselves to believe it is so. And literally nothing will change their mind except you, reality. This is why I say healing is so important and the best revenge you will ever get on your narcissist. Because when you start actually being able to do well and you're improving and the reality that they wrote for you isn't coming true, well, they're going to look really stupid, aren't they? And last but not least, do not react. You need to adopt and figure out how to have the gray rock technique patted down. Because what's going to happen is the narcissist is fully aware of how shitty they are. And they know that you're going to react normally and appropriately to very terrible situations. A narcissist's most favorite tactic is to go around behind your back, especially when you thought the relationship was fine, and go tell everybody, and I mean everyone, to tell them that you're crazy or unbalanced or there's something wrong with you mentally. Because what they're going to do is they're going to go tell lies about you that they hope get back to you. Just think of the nastiest, most horrendous, even blatantly untrue thing anyone could possibly say about anybody else, and they're saying it. And what they hope is that you go and confront them. So you cry, you scream, you yell, and they're even hoping for the icing on the cake that you harm them or do some bodily harm to them in front of everyone. So that they can go and say, look, see, I told you they were crazy. See, I told you they were unhinged. See, I told you they would do this and they would do that, and look, they did. And even if you're innocent, how can you defend when you've played right into the trap? When they've been telling people that you're insane and chemically unbalanced, and then, here you come, yelling and screaming, and even though you're in the right to defend yourself, and you're obviously upset because you're like, these are blatant lies, what are you saying? It doesn't matter, because they've already prepped everybody else to see you as literally insane. Narcissists don't want you to know this, but the truth is, they have deep childhood abandonment wounds, and they're incredibly insecure. So while they're abusing you, they want to trap you into you working on the relationship, you staying, you always making excuses and never leaving them, but them being able to do whatever they want to you. No matter what kind of lies they're saying to people, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter how vile or untrue it is, the way you can defend it is by literally just chilling. Just chill. Don't defend yourself. And I know that sounds so crazy because you're like, wow, they're lying about me. Why can't I speak up for myself? It's because they have already prepped your reaction. They have already told everybody that you're going to be insane and psycho and yelling and screaming. So don't do that. You need to focus on healing for you and not getting back at them. Your absence is the revenge. Them losing access to you is the punishment. Them not being able to just walk into your life and say whatever they want and do whatever they want is frustrating. They don't like not being able to do that. So even though while you're healing, it may not feel like you're getting that revenge, that you're not feeling better about it at first, I promise you this is the absolute best way forward, and you are doing maximum damage. I promise. Stay healing. I love you guys.